Many of us have experienced some degree of trauma, some significant trauma in our lives. This, unfortunately, is a fact of life. Yet the good news is that it does not have to be a life sentence. Those of us who are suffering with physical pain, physical symptoms like fibromyalgia, irritable bowel syndrome, migraines, also in some cases with chronic fatigue, often have significant trauma in our histories. At the same time, and this is important to know, that simply having these types of physical symptoms can be extremely stressful and may even be perceived as traumatic in themselves. So I hope that kind of takes you away from self-blame. Also, furthermore, some of you may have been dismissed by misinformed healthcare providers as malingerers or hypochondriacs with psychological problems, or who are simply making up these symptoms to garner attention. That demoralization may sadly be intensifying your distress and your suffering. And simply, it's not true. The later part of this program is designed to work more specifically with trauma. Before we go on, it's useful to have a better understanding about how memories are formed and how traumatic memories are fundamentally different from ordinary ones. When they do occur, they are often not conscious, not so-called declarative memories, conscious memories. So a memory that you can think back and, oh, I remember this and this happened. But they take the form of implicit memories or body or procedural memories. And because of this confusion is so great, actually my most recent book is on trauma and memory, how these memories are completely different than conscious memories. Procedural or body memories are things that the body has done to protect ourselves, and they can get stuck, become chronic, and wind up, instead of protecting ourselves, to debilitating ourselves. So if we were protecting ourselves like this against the blow, well, then what may happen over time is that all of those muscles, even though we're not actually doing this, all of our muscles have become tense so that if they express themselves, they would be expressed like this. So that memory keeps recirculating in the body, devoid of content, devoid of context. You know, one of the most difficult emotions to work with is shame, is chronic shame. And we will really look at shame as being a type of body memory that we also get stuck with. So we will explore some basic principles in mastering trauma and shame, while without tools, trauma rules. But with these tools in hand, we can begin to tame these hauntings from our past and begin to heal and put these traumas in the past where they belong. Now, sometimes these memories do arise, and working with them in different ways, which we outline in the class, can be helpful for our overall health and well-being. For some of us, traumas have been coupled with the wounds of betrayal and chronic shaming. Indeed, when the very people who are supposed to protect, cherish, love, and take care of us are the very ones who are harming us, that betrayal and humiliation often gets deeply locked in our bodies and minds in the form of toxic shame. It's as though we blame ourselves for this maltreatment, this deceit, as though we were the cause of our trauma. In the child's mind, perhaps if as young children we were the causes, then maybe we would have some control over these terrible feelings. And this is sometimes the way that a child's minds work. Perhaps if, as young children, we were the causes, we were responsible because we were bad, then maybe we would have some control over these terrible feelings. In a way, it feels better to the shame being caused by us than by the people who are supposed to love and take care of us. Because if they're bad, then who's going to take care of us? So the child's mind often works at quite brilliant, if you think about it, quite works by taking on that they're the cause of the shaming, of the humiliation, that it's their fault. It is a heroic journey, and one that can bring us great rewards in living our lives more and more fully. That we can begin to loosen trauma's grip on us and gradually transform its powerful energies into aliveness, vitality, and empowerment. Most importantly, in this task, we don't try to confront trauma head on, or we could find ourselves seized in its frightening grip, like the finger trap. We must gently slide into and touch into our traumas, and then gently withdraw ourselves out. Some of these exercises may seem like they're not doing anything, like they're no big deal. But the sequence is meant for one to build upon the other, to build upon the other, and to build upon the other. And so we have to just have heart and with courage do these exercises, even if they don't feel like a lot of change is happening just then. His Holiness, the 14th Dalai Lama, he said, to remain indifferent to the challenges we face is indefensible. If the goal is noble, healing, whether or not it is realized within our lifetime is largely irrelevant. What we must do, therefore, is to strive and persevere and never give up. Never give up. No matter what is going on, no matter what is happening inside of us or outside of us, develop the heart. Never give up.